All right, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Modern Agent Blueprint. And before we introduce today's guest, I wanted to talk about next week. So next week we're going to have Nicole Elizabeth, the social media queen, and she's going to be doing, let's see what she's going to be talking about. Nicole, what are you talking about next week? How to promote your listings and get maximum exposure?
Yeah, exactly. That's what she said.
Sorry, I couldn't get to the mute button again. Yeah, so we're going to talk about getting your listings noticed and how to stand out in this market and get many eyes on your property as possible, as well as some clever ideas on getting open houses seen and all kinds of fun stuff.
I love it. So that's going to be
in between my deep breathing over here.
That'll be next Tuesday at 11 a.m. And so I'm going to introduce the star of the show today. Paul is, hopefully you guys haven't had too much coffee because he's going to knock your socks off with the presentation today. He is an amazing mortgage guy. He's an amazing father. He's an amazing individual, and I'm honored to be working with him, having partnered with us. So without further ado, Mr. Paul Conti, and you got to give me the $10 for that introduction.
that was a lot worse than yesterday's. Yesterday was like, oh my goodness. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Thank you. So in being honored to be here, very appreciative to be here, Lee and Julie are asking me to participate in the entire Renegade opportunity with Isaiah. I'm ecstatic. This is life altering for me. What a blessing. And my intention, anytime he has me on to speak, is to show you how to make money. There are many, many other things that we're going to discuss. But at the end of the day, the end of the talk, the end of this time we spend together, my objective is to make you money. It is that simple. You are going to hear me reframe and redefine a lot of words and phrases, and maybe even things that we use in our natural real estate world for the betterment of not only what I'm teaching, but for all of you to be able to have communication skills that are a next level type of thing. You'll understand that as we go through this today. But today I'm specifically speaking on how to build your board of directors. Let me back up before I go into that. That was a little tickle, but let me share this with you. I believe everybody, please, I'm begging you, get out your playbook. I don't call it a notebook. Here's the first redefinition or reframing, if you will. It's not a notebook. I don't call it a notebook because everybody else does. And quite honestly, a notebook brings me back to school, which I hated. It took me 7 years to get a 4-year degree. I struggled. I had a 4.0, but they added all 7 years together. That's how I got the 4.0, right? So I don't want to think of it as a notebook because it brings me back to that. I don't want to think of it as a workbook because everybody else calls it a workbook. And quite honestly, I don't want to work in the manner that we are traditionally thinking of work. So a workbook infers that I have to work. Here's another reframe for you, a redefined word. Work stands for while others repeat crazy. While others repeat crazy. Write this stuff down in your playbook. I call it a playbook because I want to be paid to play like a professional athlete or coach on the sidelines when they look at their playbook. You know what else this does when you call it a playbook? It reframes your mentality. Here's what I mean when I say that. A playbook removes emotion from the decision. You know, when you see these professionals on the sidelines, okay, we're on the 30-yard line. We're here. We're in this situation. Whatever is going on, I just look at the statistics and the data tells us we should run this play. It removes the emotion like, oh, he didn't like me. Why didn't they pick me? I don't understand. A playbook. Let's have fun. Let's make money while we're having fun. And I want to remove the emotion. You'll see later when we get involved in the depth of how you are going to communicate to make more money, you'll understand having this as our playbook sets a different frame. Now, with that playbook, I want to get to the money as fast as possible. We're going to build the board of directors, but I want to share this with you as a tickler, something to start, because when I show you how to build the board of directors, you should have the same results. You might not be able to read this, and it's okay. Put it on speaker view so it gets bigger. I'm not giving you the borrowers' names and phone numbers. You're going to see 5 yellow highlighted people. 5. I want you to ask yourself this question before I get started building the board of directors. How much business are you closing from a divorce attorney? You don't have to answer. Think about that. Put it in your playbook. Probably 0 in my experience. I have 5 this month from a divorce attorney. 5. 3 of which are cashing out to purchase a new home. The other 2 are paying the X off to retain the home. Who's going to be the listing agent? Who's going to be the buyer's agent? Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the economy. Pay attention to the politics, not the negative aspect of it. What do you draw from that? I call it pandemic pivot profit. Pandemic pivot profit. Let me make this clear. It has nothing to do with COVID. You're either coming from a pandemic, you're either in a pandemic, or you're about to go into a pandemic. It's called life. It means you're alive. What a gift. How are you adjusting to that? When I share this with you, it's a beautiful example of a pivot. What's your pivot? I'm going to go off on a brief tangent, then we're going to build the board. It is relevant. The pivot for me was paying attention that prior to that pandemic, the COVID thing, the divorce rate was 50% of marriages failed. After COVID, the divorce filings are the highest in history. Listen to this, right? Now I have to stay all day in the house with my spouse. Your socks smell. I can't believe you chew like that out loud. Put the toilet seat down. I can't stand you. I'm calling an attorney. I'm out of here. It's sad to say, folks, but that's what happened. And we as professional agents possibly didn't identify that sign. Well, if the divorce rate's going through the roof, we all know, God forbid, some of us had to go through that. You had to sell a house and buy a house or do a cash out refi to get rid of the ex. You experienced that. That transaction is a cup of water. Hold in your hand a cup of water like me right now. The cup of water is full when you have that divorcing client. And as soon as they go to closing, the cup of water is now empty, you're unemployed, and you're chasing another transaction. I'm going to teach you to get to the waterfall and stop trying to quench your thirst with a cup of water. A waterfall, like I'm in front of Niagara Falls. I'm soaked. I'm getting wet every month. Opportunities keep coming in my direction. I don't have to chase anything. It's coming to me. That's the divorce attorney. The divorce attorney is a waterfall. And we're looking now at 6, 9, 12 months later, all of those folks that unfortunately filed the divorce, and when it gets done, they got to sell and they got to buy. How are you positioning yourself to get in front of that tsunami? We don't want to be a salmon. We want to be a surfer. A salmon, the fish, it swims upstream, fights the bears off, gets to the top, spawns and dies. What the hell is that? I don't want that. I want to be the surfer sitting on the board, waiting for the wave to come, catch it, and ride it in. It's not just timing. It's being pre-forecast to you. Remember your future. Write that down. How do I remember a future, Paul? I can only remember what happened to me yesterday, last week, last month. How do I remember my future? Because you're going to create it, and then you're going to live it. And if we know what the data is, we take a hard look at the possibilities. I always pair data with possibility. If more people are filing divorce, the possibility is I will get more buyers and sellers when I partner with the divorce attorney. If anybody wants clarity on that, please engage with me right now. It does not mean I'm going to solicit divorce attorneys. I'm going to send them flyers. I'm going to attempt to take them out to lunch. Don't waste your time. It will not work. They don't even come to my coaching calls anymore. They're so busy. I will teach you how to get to that waterfall. That's what this call is about. Does anybody want clarity on the data about divorce and the possibility of capturing all of those opportunities? Clarity. If you don't want clarity, I'm moving on.
Paul, the only thing I think would be great to get clarity on is some people might not understand what you mean by board of directors. Or maybe that's just going to come along with the training. But I know a lot of people think of that term as something like, okay, I have a corporation and I report to a board of directors when I hear that. So if you're going to clarify that, I'll shut up, but I at least wanted to put it out there.
Now, I wanted to build a little. I was just tickling. I was tickling, showing him my notepad, showing him the 5 clients from a divorce, showing him you can do this too, right? And then saying, I'm going to help you with that pivot. I was just tickling and waiting. So I'm going to build up the board. Here it is right here, right? Here's the thought process from my perspective. Again, I'm redefining. Wait a second. Am I redefining? Aren't you all business owners? So my coaching company is called Coaching for CEOs. We typically believe that CEO stands for Chief Executive Officer. And it does. The boss, the person in charge. I'm the CEO. It also stands for celebrating every opportunity. And when I teach you this, you will understand that. And as soon as I start to frame this in your mind, and you do as well, you're going to operate your business like that. Here's the idea. Think about this. In this particular profession, if I can pass a test and I can cut a check, I'm a CEO of a corporation. I own a real estate empire. Are you kidding me? There's no apprenticeship here. You can help somebody with the largest transaction in their entire lives because you passed the test and cut a check. I want you to think about this, right? Any big corporation that we're aware of, they have an owner, they have a CEO, they have board members. These are people that want to see the growth of the company before their own. Is it more enjoyable, more fulfilling, more financially satisfying to grow a business with others or by yourself? Most people answer with others, and yet most agents are literally running an independent sweatshop. You're doing everything on your own. How are you growing your business? Every sentence starts with I. I'm doing this. I'm marketing. I'm farming. I'm branding. Holy smokes. At what point in time are we going to recognize that when we build a company, an organization, a corporation, we have people that we rely on to help us grow that corporation? Here's what I mean when I say build your board of directors. You already have them. You just didn't know it. Think about this as a professional real estate agent. You're in the middle. These seats are the board seats. It goes all the way around, but I'm just showing this to you now for the sake of example. So these seats, here's the idea. As a professional real estate agent, when you close a transaction, you feed. People make money from you. There are beneficiaries of your hard work, but rarely are they benefactors. Beneficiaries. When I close a transaction, homeowners insurance makes money from me. Title makes money from me. An attorney makes money from me. A loan officer makes money from me. An inspector makes money from me. A notary makes money from me. It's like you work at the Red Cross Realty. You're feeding so many people. What are we doing? So my next question is, you would put these people in the board seats. You already have. I want you to think of, reframe this now. I'm a CEO. You better start acting like one. I am going to tell my board members what I require in order for them to retain their seat at my corporation. Up to this point, I've allowed them to do what they told me they're going to do, like what their card says. So let's reflect for a second, right? I'm going to give you an example. We're going to use this first. If you can draw it, go ahead and draw it. I have a document we'll eventually give to you. Lee will be in control of that. Here's an example. Write this person in your playbook. Top of our board, homeowners insurance. How many of you on this call are closing deals monthly or quarterly from your homeowners insurance agent? Why? Let's think about this for a second. I rely on the homeowners insurance agent. I give them policies. They have my policies. They're making money every single month, every single quarter, every single year. I'm supporting their business. I'm supporting their family. Dear Lord, I've seen your vacation photos on Facebook. I contributed to that. I see the car you drive. I contributed to that. Happy to do it. But wait a second. This is a one-way street. All right, let's reframe something else. As a CEO, you are an employer. Now, we don't want to repeat this. We're only doing it for our intimate group here. But as the CEO, you are an employer. You employ people. If money leaves your pocket and goes to theirs, they're your employee. What you've allowed to happen so far is you've allowed the employee to dictate to the employer what they're going to do. You followed what their card says. I'm your homeowner's insurance agent. Your people like me. I give the policies. I close on time. We make money and we go on our separate way. And then I beg for more business next month and you keep giving it to me. That's not a partnership. That's not an employee-employer relationship. That's someone who's a financial beneficiary of your hard work. And right now, with these beautiful times that we're in, you want as many people supporting your business as possible and not have it just be you. So my question again is, we need to approach person number one, who we've gifted that seat to, and say to them, love you. You're wonderful. My insurance is there. Hope to God I never need you. But I've been giving you my business and all of my clients' business for weeks, months, and years. And I'm going to continue to do it because I love you and I want to support your business and your family. My question to you is this: are you interested and willing to learn how to contribute to my business in the same manner I've contributed to yours? Let's think about this for a second. By the way, 2 of the 5 divorces, I want you to guess where they came from. My homeowner's insurance partner, not agent. I want partners, not providers. Partners, not providers. And when I teach you how to take inventory, one of the questions I ask you is, tell me how that person is contributing to the growth of your corporation. If you're an owner, let's start acting like one. So my question now is, here's the phone call, right? Tell me if this happens. When was the last time you got a call from Geico, Liberty Mutual? I don't care who you have, Allstate. When was the last time you got a call? I can't pick on Nicole because she's at the gym. So when was the last time, Samantha, talk to me, baby. When was the last time, Samantha, you received a call from your current insurance company saying to you this: Samantha, we love you. Thank you for supporting our company. Thank you for improving our stock. Thank you for financially helping me provide for my family by giving me all the policies you give me every year and renewing your own policies. Thank you so much, Samantha. We reviewed that and we would like to contribute to your business in the same manner you've contributed to ours. Samantha, tell me when the last time was that you got that phone call.
I might not be a good person because I'm not a real estate agent, but I do actually partner a lot with my insurance companies. I'm a mortgage lender, so
Yes.
yeah.
So Samantha, or let me move. Then we'll move to an agent.
Okay.
Think about that. An agent. It could be the same way. Think about any agent on this call. Reflect. I'm not talking about giving you flyers. I'm not talking about giving you lunch. I'm not talking about supporting your open house. That's generic stuff. I'm talking about displaying a deliberate intention to contribute. 2 came from my homeowner's insurance agent. The same thing can happen for you. The reason it's not is because we've given away that board seat because we thought they were supposed to do insurance. I believe you're supposed to partner with me and contribute to the growth of my corporation and also write the policy. The policy is something on the side. You think it's something they're supposed to be doing. That's a byproduct of the partnership. So partnering with somebody in the way that I define it is displaying a deliberate intention to contribute. As we take inventory, I don't need support with my open house. I don't need lunches. I don't need fast service. Those are all generic things you're supposed to do. What I'm looking for is a contribution to the growth of the corporation. Here is an example. When I interview insurance agents to turn them into partners, I'm doing the exact same call I shared with you. I then educate, I empower them, I hold them accountable to bring to me opportunities, not buyers and sellers, because traditionally that homeowner's insurance agent is not getting a call from somebody saying, I need a great realtor. That is not a traditional phone call. but what they do have are opportunities in their pipeline. It's called POS, Production Offering Sources. I want you to think about this now. I don't subscribe to the comment, it's a numbers game. Those are one of those dirty words I'm going to tease you with and tickle. We have a download for that. I'll share that with you later. I don't subscribe to that because it's a defeatist mentality. We'll talk about that dirty word later. My point to you is this. We're taught it's a numbers game. Just keep going through the numbers. You'll eventually get a yes. When in reality, I couldn't disagree more, because you're essentially saying to somebody, keep doing something wrong and saying the wrong things to more people, and eventually somebody is going to fall into your lap. It's not why I got involved in real estate or why you got involved in real estate. The idea is I want to help people achieve their dreams. But that's not part of the equation. So if you think about this now, instead of me making 25 calls this day, this week, or this month, follow me. The average insurance agent writes 30 policies a month, somewhere between 15 and 20 people that they actually write, and they probably spoke to twice as many. Think about the math. Let's just say 20 people a month they spoke to. What's 20 times 12? 240. Of the 240 policies they're going to write this year, guess what? Somebody they wrote a policy for is a divorce attorney. Do you think divorce attorneys don't have insurance? They've got insurance. Is it possible your agent wrote a policy for a divorce attorney? It's not possible. It's probable. I pair data with possibility. The data tells me you're going to write 240 policies this year or talk to 240 people. I know that because I asked it to you and you told it to me. Now I cultivate a partnership with that person so that I can grow with and through them to get to those people. So my insurance partner got me in front of the divorce attorney they wrote a policy for. And within 3 weeks, that divorce attorney gave me a client that has to now go and buy a house because they're selling theirs. And we then distributed that to a real estate agent. So if my insurance agent can do that, why can't yours? Not only can they, but they will. Because in order to retain the seat at your table, they've got to contribute to the corporation. I don't want a brown bag of money behind the shed. That's Italian style in Jersey. I now live in Florida. We don't do that, right? We do everything compliantly. I don't want that. I want the partner, not the provider. The partner, not the provider. So there's an example. You've got a homeowner's insurance agent. Think about now other people that make money from you in the real estate transaction. It could be anybody. I'll write it now with you. Title. Let's do this together. Title rep, one of the biggest resources for attorney business. Title reps get title from you every month, every other month, whatever the case is, and they're closing deals. My question to you is, when was the last time you got a call from your title rep? I don't want your flyers. I don't want your lunch. I don't want your happy hour. That's all generic stuff. Everybody does that. Oh, your service. Oh, your flyers have prettier ink. It's all the same. So let's do this, title girl, title guy. Let's take those answers off the table. Now tell me how you're going to contribute to the growth of my business. You've taken away all their weapons. It's not a threat. Let me communicate with you. First, folks, let me explain something to you. We don't want to threaten these people. We want to take inventory, and then I will role play and teach you how to communicate with these people. If you threaten them, they will run. I'm going to take it back to when we were probably 2 years old. 2 years old in the kitchen. This is built. This is given to us. God gave this to us. We're in the kitchen. We ate some cake. Bobby's got cake all over his face. Mommy comes around the corner. Bobby, what are you doing eating that cake? Why did you do that? What's Bobby going to do? He's going to lie. Watch America's Funniest Videos. He's lying. Mommy, I didn't touch the cake. He's got it all over his face. Why did he lie? Because God built in us fight or flight. We're either going to fight, mommy. We can't do that. And we can't run because our legs are this big. So I'm going to lie. It's a natural mechanism. So we don't want to threaten people because that response is built in us. They're going to say to you, well, when somebody wants to buy or sell, I'll let them know about you and I'll hand out your cards. Oh, thank you so much. And we feel great about that's great. And you go home and tell your wife or your husband, they told me they'd do it. So I'm addicted to hopium now. It's a different drug. I hope they like me. I hope they remember me. I hope they give me a buyer. Oh, I'm going to try this again tomorrow. And the next day, I don't deal in hope. I deal in fact. And we pair the fact up with the feelings of growing a business with the people that you theoretically love. Love is a separator. You like these people because they do their job. What was their job? You never defined it for them. You allowed them to just what? Here's what my card says I do, so I will perform well for you. That's what you're supposed to do. In order to retain a seat at my table, I'm looking for more. I want to be excellent. I want exemplary everything from everybody on my board of directors. The board members should be learning how to contribute in ways like I'm teaching you. And if we pair that to what's going on in the market right now, the three areas of explosive opportunity, investors, it's a very investor heavy market right now. It's over like close to 30%, 27% of purchases in the last 7 months are to investors. It keeps growing. It's growing. We've got to capitalize on that. So what do? We collaborate with our board members and say, all right, gang, listen, in order for us all to thrive, we need more investor opportunities. Does anybody have any? No. Okay, guess what? Pauly's got the loan product, the no documentation loan, no pay stubs, no W-2s, no 1099s. You can be unemployed. I want nothing from you. You have the ability to purchase an investment property. It's so simple. I did not have an investor following prior to 10 weeks ago. 10 weeks of promoting the investor no doc loan. I've got 31 buyers approved, 10 under contract. How did I do that? I actually made a flyer and I posted it on Instagram and Facebook. That was it. I didn't pay anything. I don't have any money. I'm not investing in that. What? A flyer with the bullet points and I posted it? That's all I did, folks. But more importantly, here's what I did. I went to my board members and I said, this is what I need you to do now. Nobody questioned it. Why would they question it? I'm the employer. You're the employee. I didn't have to threaten them. We've established the ground rules way back in the day. So when I came up with this and I said, okay, wait, we got to pay attention. Pandemic, pivot, profit. Let's not do what others are doing. We got to capitalize. So when the regular average buyer and average realtor stands on the sidelines, who's creeping in to grab the opportunity? The investor. Even me, Paul Conti, 6-foot Italian dude, 220 pounds, can score a touchdown in the NFL right now if everybody were on the sidelines. This is a beautiful time to capitalize. Don't fall victim to the propaganda. All the government's doing right now is saying, listen, gang, we want you to get better. We're going to help you get better. That's all they're saying. I love them. Listen, we're going to do something for you. We're going to do a favor to all you renegaders. Here's the favor we're going to do for you. We're going to take care of your biggest complaint. We're going to get rid of every realtor you've ever complained about. They're incompetent. They don't return your call. They're terrible negotiators. You know what? The government said, we're going to take care of them for you. We're going to get them out of the business because they're not going to be able to sustain what we're doing to y'all. So the beautiful gift to all of you is, guess what? Here's your chance to improve your skills. Here's your chance to improve your delivery. Here's your chance to capture all the business that the incompetent people are leaving behind. And they're leaving behind their financial advisors. They're leaving behind their insurance agents, their accountants. I no longer have people to give my business to. Who am I going to give it to? Hello, I'm right here. I'm next in line. The government's taking care of all of the weak. They're putting them to pasture, folks. What a gift. You couldn't do this. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get rid of thousands of realtors at the snap of a finger, and the government can, and they're doing it. Isn't that wonderful? I love it. This is the time to grow. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Why? Because the rich capitalize and the poor criticize. That's a mindset. That's a mentality. If you're criticizing, you've got a poor mindset. You're framing things incorrectly. So when I look at this and I'm like, holy smokes, I mean, most realtors' lives would be altered with 10 new contracts in 10 weeks. I did it. It's a flyer. You know what? When we're done with this call, if you want the flyer, text me and I'll email you the link to the flyer. Put your name and number on it. Post it. Done. If it worked for him, it'll work for me. It's that simple. Then what happens is when those people are like, hey, Jewel, what is this? No doc loan? I can buy an investment property? Well, what is this all about? Let me get Paulie on the phone. I'll host calls every week for you guys, Zoom calls, 15-minute shot. I'll teach you and your clients how to do this. Get them approved. Go find them a house. This is creating an economy for us. And we're complaining? Capitalize. Don't criticize. Beautiful opportunity. But again, recognize the importance. I don't grow by myself. I go to my board of directors. Hey, gang, let's get together. We're all going to make more money when we do this. I need everybody to support this flyer. Get it out there now. Post everywhere. And let's schedule a 15-minute Zoom call. Get all those people to come to the call. This is what I did. This is what I did. So now what I want you to do is reflect. Think about it. Take inventory. Is your accountant sending you business monthly, quarterly, annually? You pay your accountant. Let's put him up there. He's on the payroll. Think about it. Let's do this. We got a CPA. The average CPA has 300 clients. You mean to tell me your CPA's book of business, not one person bought or sold a house last year? Not one person got married or divorced? That would be statistically impossible. Then why are you allowing your accountant to stay on the payroll and not contribute to your corporation? Here's something that's sick. The guy knows what you do for a living. He files your taxes. What? What? It's not like they got to figure this out. I don't know what you do, Lee. Help me under. Are you kidding me? Are you nuts? You've been doing my taxes for 5 years, dude. Folks, these are the conversations I'm going to teach you how to have with the people that are making money from you. The most insulting one is the accountant. Again, I'm going to repeat it. He knows what you do for a living. And you've allowed him to keep you a secret agent. You're not 007. We don't make any money being quiet. That accountant should be jumping out of his skin to help you. Folks, listen, I'm going to reiterate. He's on the payroll. Oh, but wait a second. Let's take inventory for a minute. You allowed him as the employee to do for you what he wanted to do for you. This is all messed up. This is not a corporation. You've got a bunch of leeches hanging off you, sucking you dry, waiting for more. What are you talking about? I don't need to look for a buyer or seller. You know who has them? My board. If they don't have the buyer or seller, you know what they're going to do? They're going to promote my investor product. Because if Paul Conte can get 31 buyers approved in 10 weeks and 10 of them under contract, we've already closed several, so can I. You're right. You're right. On top of that, the divorces, pandemic, pivot, profit, pay attention. The divorce rate's the highest in history. And as the economic crunch starts to come down on people, that number's probably going to go up. The number one reason for divorce is money. So again, I reiterate, you mean to tell me your accountant has a book of business of 300 people. Is it possible that one of the people he does accounting work for is a divorce firm? Oh, it's not possible. It's probable. When we get to the coaching calls and the interviews, I'm going to blow your mind and line your pocketbooks. Wallets for the men. Look at this. This is a realtor. Other side is a divorce attorney. Look at this. Katie is a divorce attorney. When we interview her, which I help you with, there are 11 attorneys in her firm. She has 50 active divorces. She closes 25 divorces a year. And when we got on this call with her, she said, shoot, Paul, you just missed one refinance. They did a cash out last month, and we had 2 of them that had to sell. Are you kidding me? You have this. This is the interview that I got from an insurance agent. I have these all over my floor, all over my office to show and share with you the opportunities that you have. We're thinking we're a realtor and we make money with buyers and sellers. Folks, listen to me very carefully. That transaction is a byproduct of your communication skills and how you partner with people. The difference is you've got to learn the wording and the communication to get these people to want to line up to give that business to you because it's being given to somebody else. Why not you? So as we take inventory, day one, take inventory, I'm going to beg you, you're in the middle, and start writing down everybody that makes money from you personally and professionally. I'm going to give you some hints. We already talked here. Every attorney knows another attorney. If you work with a real estate attorney, guess who they know? A divorce attorney. So I told you there were 3 areas. Let's treat it like this. Everybody knows what an Easter bunny is. I don't care what religion you are, it doesn't matter. You've seen an Easter bunny. And this dude, this thing, he hides Easter eggs around the house. The kids all line up. Go find them. And the one that finds the most eggs wins. What if I told you where every egg was hidden? Do you think you'd win if you knew where every egg was hidden? I'm telling you right now where the eggs are hidden. The investors, the no-doc loan, no-brainer. Divorce attorneys, like a frenzy. Bankruptcy attorneys. Are any of you closing business from a bankruptcy attorney? If your coach isn't teaching you this, they're not identifying the signs. Think about this. This is the collaboration. When the pandemic started, you know what the government said? Listen, folks, don't worry about making your mortgage payment. Don't worry about making your rental payment. Don't even worry about making your student loan payment. And we're not going to mark you late on credit. Don't worry about it. We're going to go through this together. Millions of people took them up on that offer. You know what that essentially did? It said to all the bankruptcy attorneys and foreclosure attorneys, you're out of business. This has nothing to do with real estate. The real estate is a byproduct of this collaborative thought process. A great coach is like a travel agent. They're going to take you to places you probably couldn't have gone on your own. They know the secret spot. That's what a coach is supposed to do. Bigger, broader perspective than anything I'm being taught. More FSBOs, more expireds, pound the phones more, farm more. No, 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 no. That reinforces failure. Pay attention to the signs. So the bankruptcy courts are shut down. I got bankruptcy attorneys doing 350 to 400 bankruptcies a year. And now they've got 0. Holy crap. What am I going to do? So we started working with the attorneys and saying, listen, you've got filing cabinets of thousands of clients over your 20-year history. Let's start calling those clients. Put your paralegals on this. Hey, it's been 2 years since your bankruptcy. You're looking to capitalize on the market and maybe sell a house and buy? Paul, we got another one. Paul, we got another one. How about 12 listings so far this year from a bankruptcy attorney? 12. 12. And they keep coming because the bankruptcy courts are saying, okay, Joe, you qualify for the bankruptcy. We realize you're in a tough spot, but the house value is going up so much, you've got too much equity to qualify. You got to sell your house. Let us know when you do. You can start the proceedings. Got another one. Holy smokes, folks. Pandemic, pivot, profit. The fastest thing that's working is the investor flyer. It's a no-brainer and requires no money or skill. Post the flyer. You text me your name and email. I will send you the flyer. Put your name and phone number on it. Post it. Then we do our best to get every human being that makes money from us and say, do the same now. Now, that's not a threat. I need your help. We'll eventually massage how we're going to communicate with them. I do the role plays with you. I do them for you. Record the calls. I will help you. Get me in front of that person. I will articulate the message in such a way that they will want to participate in the growth of your corporation. That bankruptcy attorney starts getting all those people involved. You know what I then said? Let's start doing some real estate. You're an attorney. Shift gears. Let's pivot. Start doing the contract review. Help and review this stuff. Do the closings. And now the bankruptcy courts have opened back up. Those people now have two streams of revenue, real estate and bankruptcy. Oh my goodness. Not only did we put the paddles to their chest and revive them, we gave them a multiple income stream. And now the bankruptcy courts are open and the business keeps coming. Guess what, folks? Bankruptcy and divorce, they're tied together. Many bankruptcy attorneys know divorce attorneys. Many divorce attorneys know bankruptcy attorneys. This is easier than I thought. Do not solicit them. It won't work. Do not waste your time or your energy or your talent. I'm here to hold your hand, put my arm around your back, and then put you in a chokehold if I got to show you how to do this. This is easy and it will come naturally as you learn what I'm teaching. I don't look for the buyer or seller. They come to me because I nurture my waterfalls. If you spend time prospecting, what a terrible word. That's one of my dirty words, prospecting, terrible word. We'll replace it with another word during my next call. But holy smokes, when you're doing that, you're trying to find a buyer or seller. Paul Conti doesn't do that. Paul Conti communicates with the people that have all the people. Look at the math. Data plus possibility. Book a business of 300. Hundreds. 240 a year. You people, I'm going to reach 600 people just with you three. I talk to 3 and get to 600? Yeah, put my flyer out on your quarterly post, your monthly post to all of your clients. And by the way, accountant, how many clients are you going to talk to this week? 5. Great. I want you to talk BS with them. You know, like the BS you talk with me. No, it's not that kind of BS. Here's what I want to know. Every time you talk to a client, I want to know if they're thinking of buying or selling in the next 12 months. That's the BS. Buy, sell. When their accountant is asking those questions, it becomes more intimate. And he calls you and says, Mary is thinking of selling as soon as her son graduates high school this year. She wants out of New York. Whatever. We've got to program our board of directors that in order to retain their seat that was gifted to them, they've got to learn how to participate to the growth of the corporation. Follow this tagline and write it down. If you earn from me, you're going to learn from me. Oh, my goodness gracious. If you earn from me, you're going to learn from me. And eventually what you'll have is, you'll have an insurance agent that says, yes, Jackie, I'd love to help you, but I don't know how. No problem, dude. I didn't ask you that. I just wanted to know if you're interested and willing. Yes, great. Come to my coaching call. I hired a coach who's going to help us make money together. I hired a coach, elevated the status. This is not a cup of coffee. This is not lunch. I hired a coach to help us make money together. You have my clients and I have yours. But up until this point, it's been a one-way street. Come on, baby. I love you. But not enough to keep feeding your family and you not feeding mine. Come on to the coaching call. We're going to make money together. Think about this, agents. When was the last time your title rep, insurance agent, attorney called you and said, Julie, I hired a business coach to help you and I make more money together. I need you on this call for 30 minutes. You got to check this guy out. He's going to blow your mind and we're going to make money together. Last time you got that call was when? Never. Think about this. If you want people to react differently toward you, you've got to act differently toward them. I'm not approaching you as a realtor. I'm approaching you as a partner who's been funding your business. If you earn from me, you're going to learn from me. Folks, the idea is I will role play with you how to make those phone calls. Threats don't work. They will pacify you, take your cards, and blow you off to get out of that hostile environment. You've got to learn how to communicate with them in order to get them to want to come to you and want to bring all of their people to you. Here's the biggest challenge you're going to experience. He's my friend. I have a relationship. Let me be very clear about this. As you learn how to take inventory, and I will be with you, I'm part of this. Friendship does not equate to money, but money always creates a friendship. Come on now. Come on now. Friendship does not equate to money, but money always creates a friendship. Lee really likes me because I'm going to make him money. It has nothing to do with where I vacation, my kids, the car that I drive. Who cares? Stop with that. We've bought into the idea that people do business with people they like, know, and trust. That's incorrect. By the time you get to like, know, and trust me, I'll go broke. I don't have that much time for coffee and lunch. People do business. Follow this train of thinking. This is mental mechanics. People do business with people they think like them. Period. And the quicker I get the sensation that you like me, the quicker I want to do business with you. The faster I make you money, the more you're going to like me. It is really that simple. You don't need to know anything about my family or kids. That's all the propaganda of the networking world, which I refer to as the not working world. Change the E to an O. For some people, it does work, but I don't want to wake up and leave my wife at 7 a.m. to eat stale eggs and beg for business. I got news for you, folks. I love my wife a hell of a lot more than the strangers I got to go pander to. And if you don't, I got a divorce attorney for you. Oh my God, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. But follow the train of thinking. You're leaving your spouse to go beg for business with strangers. Why? Why? Because you haven't set the business up like a corporation. You haven't set the business up that these people are calling you every day with opportunities.
Let me interrupt you for 1 second, Paul.
Oh,
So
God.
if you guys want, Paul's gonna give out some of the dirty words of what not to say. So if you want us to send that to you, just in the messenger chat, just say yes, and then I will go and make sure everyone gets sent the dirty words of what not to say. And then Paul, will you tell us about tell us about your coaching? Like, tell us, like, this isn't a sales pitch for his coaching, but tell us what, so you'll actually, because when we talked before, you said you would actually call then a divorce attorney for an agent if they hire you as their coach.
Well,
How far will you go?
I was going to touch on that too for a second, Lee, because the energy level you guys see here with Paul, he doesn't talk to your business partners the same way. So I wanted you to address that a little bit, Paul. Don't be scared. Whoa, this is too much energy. You're going to freak people out. He has those conversations differently.
If you want to hang around with boring people, I'm not your guy.
Yeah.
I am blessed. I'm gifted. We all are. This is a beautiful opportunity. How do you take this lightly? I want people around me that match my energy. You don't have to be an obnoxious speaker. You have to match my energy. Your love and desire and passion to grow and evolve as a human being. If that's not exciting, this is the wrong environment for you. I jump out of my bed by the grace of God, and I first go through my rituals, right? Thank you, Lord. I reach over. I touch my wife. She's still there. She didn't escape. Thank you, good Lord. She's still here. I can see, I can hear. Folks, listen to me. We take everything we value for granted until we lose it. Oh, Lord, give me back my husband, my wife, my job, my health. Please, Lord, please. All of a sudden, we're talking to God. We take everything we value in life for granted until we lose it. My feet don't hit the floor until I'm done thanking God for everything he's given me. Yes, it sounds redundant every day, but I don't want to lose anything. Thank you, thank you, thank you, right? That's how I'm starting my day. This coaching platform is all encompassing. I'm not a flash in the pan. Okay, good luck. I'll see you next month. No. I'm here every day, all the time. And the more we interact and the more business we do together, the more you got me. I'm part of this thing. My intention is to help all of you grow. I am not calling your divorce attorney for you. Here's the call. I'm going to role play it for you again. For the sake of this example, I'm calling the homeowner's insurance agent. I'll play with you. Jewel, can you do me a favor? Come off mute. You and I, hon. Let's do this together.
Let's go.
You're my insurance agent. I'm Paul Conti, the real estate agent. Julie, I've had you now for 5 years. I've been paying the policies on time. I give you clients every month. I love you. You're fantastic, girl. Thank you so much. I've got some new agents I'm bringing on board, and I want to introduce you to them. I want to make you more money. Are you okay with that?
Absolutely, yes. I'd love to meet them. Yes, please.
So, Jewel, here's what I did. I'm going to make those introductions today. And it's not just going to be an email introduction. It's going to be a text introduction so I can make sure it happened. And you let me know if they don't get back to you within 30 minutes. I'm on top of this. I want you to succeed and make money. What I'm wondering, Jewel, is I just hired a business coach. This guy has blown my mind. I've been doing real estate for 12 years. I've been to every coaching under the sun. I've never seen anyone do and talk the way that this guy has to help me make money. I've hired him for you and I to make money together. He's doing a call for you and I next Tuesday at 12 o'clock. It's a 20-minute call. I need you on that call. Open your calendar, Jewel. Can I count on you for that call Tuesday at 12?
Yeah, for sure. I'll be there. How many agents are we talking about?
Fight me, Jewel. Fight. Let's play
Oh,
like
okay.
you don't fight.
Oh, okay.
It might be that easy, and it should. But let's. You guys.
Well, the
let's
fact
go.
that you said I'm bringing several agents, I think would have opened any insurance agent's eyes. But you know what? That I'm gonna have to get back to you on that, Paul. I'm not sure if I've got the time, but yeah. Can you just call me tomorrow? I'm in the middle of a meeting.
All right, I'll do that. Let me have 30 more seconds, Jewel. You're telling me that all the business I've given you, all the opportunities I've given you, and the more agents I'm about to introduce to you, you can't clear your schedule for that day? You're not going to do that for us? Is that what you're saying? You're not going to do it?
No, I'm not saying no. Hold on one second. Let me just check my calendar. Let me put you
Go
on
ahead.
mute.
You're going to want to check that calendar, Jewel.
Check my calendar. What do we
Yeah.
say? Wednesday? Yeah, I probably have a half hour. I could probably afford you that. Is that going to be enough time?
So, Jewel, it is going to be enough time. He only needs 20 minutes, but you don't sound nearly as excited to make money as I do. So I'm sensing that you're not really enthusiastic about meeting the coach that I've paid to help us make more money together. I'll tell you what, Jewel, I don't want to twist your hand. Thank you, sweetheart. Goodbye. Next. Are you comfortable making that call? It's not going to be a threatening call, and they're probably not going to do that. But I've heard many times, here's what happens. They put up the shield. Well, I don't have any buyers or sellers. I don't know anybody. I'm not quite sure how I can help you, Julie. I'm really busy. Oh, no. We're going to take the shield down on that call. Maybe you misunderstood. I'm looking to evolve my business with my partners and people I've already spent money with. Folks, listen to me very clearly. See this down here? Write this in your playbook. Incredibly important. FFFL. Flexing friendly financial leverage. Flexing friendly financial leverage. When you're looking to grow a business, this isn't theory, this is fact. For Paul Conti, it was so much easier for me to go to somebody that makes money from me than to go to a family member. So much easier to go somebody that I have leverage with, because I've been feeding your family. I've been paying your bills. I've been contributing to the growth of your business. So I'm teaching you how to build the board. First, we got to write them down. Just write down on a piece of paper in your playbook, everybody personally and professionally that makes money from you. That's what you're writing down. That's it. You don't even have to worry about making the call. When you're ready to make the call, then we role play. And Lee just recorded the call. So that's the call to my insurance agent. Folks, I've been through about 4 or 5 insurance agents because none of them could be a partner. I've signed on based on, yes, I'm willing to help. Yes, I'm willing to do this. Great. Here are my policies. Wonderful. And they don't honor their word. I drop them a month later. They call and complain. Yo, why did you drop me? I got a charge back. Holy crap. Why did you cancel the policy? Oh, you don't realize I didn't cancel the policy. You did. What do you mean? I didn't. Yes, you did. You didn't honor your word. You said you were going to contribute to my business. You've done nothing in 30 days. I can't have partners like that in my life. So you canceled the policy. I wish you a lot of luck. God bless you. Next. So I'm articulating a message in a way that I'm pacifying the neurological pathway in our brain that says, what's in it for me? That's how we think as human beings. What's in it for me? So I'm telling you that before you can answer the question. So I've relaxed your brain. I've already told you. And Julie fell right into it. Julie was supposed to beat me up, but she said, yes, and you got more agents. I would love to be. She fell right into it, even though she's supposed to beat me up. Do you understand neurologically how powerful this is? When you tell someone that first, you relax the brain, they're willing to follow you. It is the same thing I briefly spoke about in our last call about when you communicate on a listing appointment, which we will never refer to it as a listing appointment again after I give you the full-blown education and walk you through the nonverbal and the verbal communication with the seller. So now what I'm saying to you is, in communicating the message, I'm using the pathway that will put you at ease, knowing I'm going to give you more money. I've now got you. Julie fell right into my hand, and I had to remind her to fight me. So when you communicate with this one, and the reason I start with homeowners insurance first is because it's a 100% success rate question. Everybody on this call either has homeowners insurance, renters insurance, automobile insurance. You got one of those 3. You might have 2 of the 3. So I know when I start here, I've got 100% success rate that we are not communicating with that person and asking them to communicate with us. I don't ask for business. That's the thought process. Well, you're not getting business because you're not asking. Folks, that's not the way it works. You've got to create the pathway mentally so they want to give you the business. I'd rather you just give it to me than ask. If I have to ask, I haven't set the pathway up properly. It's about framing. So my coaching, this guidance, what Lee and Julie are bringing me in here to do with the Renegade crew is to say, I'm going to help you increase your production. But remember, the production is a byproduct of how we communicate and who we communicate with. We've got to take inventory. This market is saying, we want you to get better. How do you get better? Not by doing the same stuff. Think about this. You're going to go and have probably 6, 8, 10 people that make money from you. Hairdresser, landscaper, the list goes on. If money leaves your pocket and goes to theirs, they go on the list. I then teach you how to communicate with them. You then get them to come to a call, and I host the call for you. You can't do this. Don't play this game without your coach. I got you. Now we've got the divorce attorney, the homeowner's insurance agent, you, whoever's on that call, and I'm the coach you hired. You make the introduction and just observe, record the call. The more you record and listen to it, the more you will accelerate your growth. You'll be able to do this pretty soon without me. And I'm going to communicate the message. I'm going to extract the information. I'm going to show you how to create the partnership. I'm going to help you do all of those things. So this is me getting in the trenches with you to help your conversion, turn your providers into partners and make more money. I want you to think about this. If there's 10 people that make money from you and your average sale price is $300,000, and you get one deal in the next 12 months from all 10, you've just put over $3 million more business on your plate that you've never had before. And now you've got a stronger corporation of people that want to see each other succeed. This is what I'm teaching you. This is what I'm showing you. This is what I'm going to hold your hand to do so that we as a group can grow infinitely. And then some of you that are with EXP, you're looking to grow your downline. Guess what? Most great producers are not great recruiters because they're great producers. When was the last time you hired a recruiter? You didn't. You've now got one. And I will help you grow your business, because the next contract you go under, I'm going to communicate with you. We're going to role play, and you're going to be able to talk to that listing agent and say, Mary, thanks so much. I'm really looking forward to doing business with you. Hey, just out of curiosity, how did you get that seller? Let me tell you how I got the buyer. My divorce attorney is handing business over every month. Are you getting business like that, Mary? Italian sucking with the teeth. You don't have to be Italian, you just have to have the teeth. You're not getting business from your... Mary, we need to talk, baby. There's so much business we need to sit down. I hired a business coach, Mary. Be happy to introduce you to him. We're going to build a business. These people that don't know where to get the business from are going to be following you, because you're going to be now getting the business in areas you've never gotten it before. Your life is altered. Our partnership is evolving. This is day one. I'm here every day, every week. We're going to grow together. So my job is to hold your hand, put an arm around your back, or put you in a chokehold to help you implement what you're learning. It has nothing to do with what I'm teaching. It's what you're learning. Where was your state? Where was your brain? Where was your mind? What did you absorb? Let's talk about this. Here's some other data, and I'll leave with this, I promise, because I do this all day. Look, I'm going to show you this. For most of you that stuck around, it actually starts here, right? The word is attitude. You know when they say, oh, I had an aha moment? You know what that means? AH, aha, something like that. Attitude and humility. There is no growth without attitude and humility. Pride will take down a marriage, a nation, a partnership. Attitude and humility. Follow me on this train of thinking. When you correlate the numeric value of the word alphabet, watch this. An A is a 1. Follow me. T, 20. T, 20. It's the 20th letter in the alphabet. I, 9. T, 20. U, 21. D, 4. E, 5. It equals 100. There's no word that does that. You got to have the right attitude. I want 100% attitude of gratitude. So now I'm looking at this saying, okay, do I have the right people in my camp? Do I have the right people with the right attitude? Here's a reframe for you. I don't have to do this. I get to. Have to is a chore. Get to is a gift. I get to have this time with you because Lee and Julie invited me to this blessed opportunity. I get to do this. I don't have to. I get to pick up my child after school. By the grace of God, I have a child who didn't fail out of school, and they want me to come pick them up. I get to do this. Thank you, Lord. It's a gift. Do I have the people in my camp with the right attitude? These are the mental mechanics we actually start with. How do I get more production? It starts here. You got to have the right people around you, the right people on your board. Did they earn a seat? Did you gift them a seat? No more. We got to communicate with them. Everybody's buying, oh, it's tough times right now. Look at it, it's so hard. Oh, the government, inflation, inventory, interest rates. Oh my, they're trying to scare us. Oh, pandemic, pivot, profit. This is easy. This is simple. Now that you got the right people in your camp, now we take inventory. Are the people that have been earning from me, are they contributing? Am I using these people out of convenience or contribution? Convenience or contribution? I'm not talking about a kickback. I'm talking about contributing to the corporation. Now, with this in mind, I need to share this with you because the brain mechanics I've learned and want to impart on you, incredibly important, folks. The 50, 70, 90 rule. I didn't make it up. This is fact. 50% of what you heard today, you'll forget in 1 hour. 70% of what you heard today, you'll forget in 1 day. 90% of what you heard today, you'll forget in 1 week. If we don't meet frequently, you're going to forget. And I've been talking for a while. The best way to accelerate this is to hear something 7 times. That's why I want you to have that playbook. Write it down. Speak it out loud. You're using 4 senses. Use as many senses as possible. Accelerate the growth so it doesn't take us as long to learn this information. Don't stop doing what you're doing. We're looking to infuse little teeny things to increase your growth, your opportunity. And lastly, I'll leave you with this. The data indicates from the brain research, it takes us between 60 and 260 days to create new pathways in our brain that we tend to call habits. I prefer to call them reactions. A habit can be broken. I want to create reactions. 60 to 260 days. Why the disparity? Because this is someone that does it every minute of every day. And this is someone that had to deal with the kids, the alcoholic husband. My son dropped out of school. That delays our ability to implement and apply new pathways. So hearing all this today for the first time is wonderful. Just about everybody stayed on the call. What a gift, what a blessing. Now the idea is I've got to implement what I've learned. I'm telling you now, step 1, just write down everybody that makes money from you, personally and professionally. That's it. You're done for the day. I'll see you next week, right? If you want more information and want to go to that next step, my phone number is 856-905-7040. I want you to text me if you want the investor flyer, because that would be step 2. Just put the flyer out there and let it do its thing. And then you tell everybody you know to like and share it. And then you do it again next week and again next week. And then we will formulate a 15-minute Zoom call where I will teach your people everything about the product, get the mortgage approved, get them to buy a house. Let's create an economy we don't have right now. Capitalize on the market. So you are merely writing down everybody that makes money from you. We will role play on how to communicate. When we get them to come to a call, I will host the call for you. I will educate and empower both of you how to make money together. You will be posting the investor flyer and getting those people to communicate with me. We will get the mortgage approved. You will find them a house. On top of that, if you're really courageous, you will communicate with your accountant and you will share the flyer with your accountant and you will tell your accountant, you can tremendously help your clients and me. And it might get you more clients, because when I send clients to Paul Conti, he asks them, do you love your accountant? Most people don't love their accountant. I had a guy on the other phone said, I hate my accountant. No problem. Lee has a magnificent accountant. I'll tell Lee, he'll introduce you to his guy. You're going to love him. I'm going to contribute to the leverage and growth of your business because I call it regifting. You're gifting me something. I'm going to regift it because the questions I ask your client will grow your business. I don't just close the loan. That's a joke. Anybody can do that. I take the information and I collaborate with you and show you how you get to grow and help your client in a way you've never done before. That's as simple as the takeaway should be from this call. If you want to interact with me more, communicate with me. Give me a call. I'm here. I'm working for Lee, Julie, and all of you guys. I'm here to help you grow your business. I got to close now because I got another Zoom call to go to. Does anybody have any questions specific to what we're talking about that you'd like me to entertain right now? Are you kidding? Either I'm that good or you're that good. You got this stuff, like, come on now. I'm going to take credit for this. Daggone. Listen, you just heard something contrary to what you've traditionally done as an agent. So if you're a little conflicted, it's because you're addicted to a different type of way to grow a business. It's not necessarily a bad thing. We're hearing something that for you is just unfamiliar. It is never, don't buy into this comment. You need to get out of your comfort zone. Dirty word. Out of your comfort zone. That gives me anxiety to think about that. You never want to think of it like that. You are merely going into something that is unfamiliar, not uncomfortable, unfamiliar. When I get familiar with this, I'm going to kill it right now. It's just unfamiliar. It's not uncomfortable. Why do people say that? They're trying to scare you. I want you to have anxiety right now. Do something you hate doing. What? It's just unfamiliar, not uncomfortable.
Hey, Paul, could you elaborate on the details of that investor flyer?
Yes, sir. You ready?
Sure.
Am I prepared or what? Listen to me, folks. I got these things, stickies all over the house. If you got like 30 on your desk, I got 30 of these on the walls. Follow me. You ready? The investment loan. It's a no-doc loan. No pay stubs, no W-2s, no 1099, no tax returns, no job. No job. You want a primary residence. This is not for renters. However, I don't want to give you a caveat, but I just figured this out. If you have multiple investment properties but are renting, you still qualify. It's not for the renter that doesn't own any properties. I want to be clear. As low as a 620 score, the higher the credit score, the lower the down payment. 6 months of post-close reserves. It's simple. Your new mortgage payment is $2,000. We want to see 12 grand in an account with your name on it. We're not touching it. We're not using it. We don't want it. We just want to see that it's there. That's all. The mortgage payment you're getting needs to be the same or lower than the rental payment that's being brought in. Let me talk about this for about 30 seconds. You don't have to be buying an investment property. You are buying a property. It could be vacant. You are buying a property and turning it into an investment property. Doesn't have to have tenants. It can, doesn't have to. The appraiser is going to give us what's called a rent summary. He's going to say, hey, this property in this area is bringing in $3,000 a month. As long as the mortgage payment your buyer's getting is the same or lower, they're approved. It's as simple as that. Now, check this out. The husband can have 7 of these loans. The wife, 7 of these loans for a combined total of $6 million. This is nutty. 1 to 4 units. I got another one, 5 to 10 units and mixed use. You should be running to this. I'm going to remind you, 31 approved buyers, 10 under contract in 10 weeks. And all I did was post the flyer. And I told everybody to do the same. This is a joke. Now, you're taking every one of your existing buyers and you're calling them. How many properties you own? 1? Why? Didn't your accountant teach you about depreciation? We got to reduce your taxable income. I got the product for you. Folks, listen to me. It has nothing to do with the buyer's income. It's only concerned with the income of the property. That's it. If the property performs and you got the down payment reserves, buy the investment property. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer because the rich capitalize and the poor criticize. We've got the product. People don't even know this exists. Your accountant, they need to know this. They need to support your business. They're taking money from you every quarter or every year. We need to teach them how to become a partner. Folks, this is 1 to 10 unit properties and mixed use. We can create a revenue stream, an economy we didn't have before. Text me your name and your email. I will email you the flyer. Go on Canva, put your name and phone number on it, and post it. I don't do the co-branding. Oh, I had to do this, put my name on it. Nope, I made it for you. It's yours. Post it. You want to tweak it? Tweak it. We had some people that wanted their face on it. Well, put your face on it. I don't care. All day. This is the fastest thing working for us right now. The other stuff I teach is amazing. I think it's glorious and will improve you. This doesn't require skill, practice, or money. Post it. You have everything to gain. That's another dirty, dirty phrase. People say, you have nothing to lose. What did you just say? Did you just curse at me? No, you have nothing to lose. No, 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 no. Again, a practice in scarcity, rehearsing failure. You have nothing to lose. You don't have it already, so therefore you're not losing anything. Wait a second. How about I tweak that? I have everything to gain. I have everything to gain. An example, you're programming me the wrong way. I have everything to gain by putting this up. I have everything to gain by communicating with my accountant. I have everything to gain by opening this opportunity up to people that didn't know it existed. Wait a second. Some of Poli's approved clients are realtors. How do you propose that real estate's the best thing in the world and don't have 5 properties? What a hypocrite. Oh, not you guys. I mean the other realtors. What are you doing? I don't understand. If it's so good for me, why isn't it so good for you? It is. Why aren't you doing it? I am. People follow leaders. They don't follow followers. Questions about the investor product?
So it's 20% at a minimum plus the reserves. So,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. If it is currently rented, we'll get the lease agreements. The appraiser is going to see those. He's going to give you a rent summary based on all that. If it's not rented, it doesn't matter. The appraiser is going to give us a rent summary. Meet the appraiser at the property. Hey, dude, I just want to let you know, there's like 13 Airbnbs down the street. Here's what they're getting. I just want to let you know, this one just rented over here. This is what they're getting. Communicate with the appraiser. Newer product. Some of the appraisers are not so skilled to understand Airbnbs. Give the information. Help them to understand what it is that we're doing. This is a moneymaker. I'm never a product pusher. I'm a product pusher. This is altering lives. This is breathing life into a lot of people. Then think about the bigger repercussions of the board of directors. Homeowners insurance agent, you got a new client because I created an economy that wasn't there. You then got to review my client who's buying an investment property. You got to review their primary residence. You picked up 2 new cars. I did this. Now it's going to be we. No longer is it I, it's us. It's not me, it's we. Title, you benefited from what we're going to do this together. You need to come to my coach's call. Attorney, you got another deal. Financial advisor. I mean, folks, start to take inventory. How much business are you getting from your hairdresser? How much you getting from your homeowner's insurance agent? How much you getting from your financial advisor? How much you getting from your bankruptcy attorney? The list goes on. If the answer just keeps coming up, no, no, no. We need to keep coming back. I'm going to make us money. This product opens up so much opportunity for all of us. Lee, thank you. Lee, Julie, thank you. Everybody, thank you. God bless you. If there are no further questions, I'll run.
Thank you, Paul.
Once again, appreciate you. I wish I had your energy. That's all I can say.
I appreciate that. Thank you guys very much. I look forward to working with all of you. God
Thanks,
bless you guys.
Paul.
Have a great day. I'll see you next
Thank
week or
you.
sooner if you need my help.